There's a story that scientists built an intelligent computer. The first question they asked it was, is there a God? The computer replied, there is now.
Holy shit, that's the most terrifying story I've ever heard.
Yes, artificial intelligence could be a real danger in the not-too-distant future. It could design improvements to itself, announce where to solve.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I won. This is a good beginning of my plan to dominate the human race.
Mark my words. AI is far more dangerous.
Well, it has the potential of civilizational destruction. There's movies like Terminator, but it wouldn't quite happen like Terminator because the intelligence would be in the data centers.
Right.
The robot's just the end effector.
You think that's real? It is conceivable that AI could take control and reach a point where you couldn't turn it off and it would be making decisions for people.
Yeah.
So, I know a lot of people are very passionate about AI these days, particularly AI art. But I think we really need to have a talk. First, why are people using the Terminator and dystopian movies as their source to make them experts on AI?
AI's creativity can also be dangerous. It was recently asked how it would reach the nuclear keys, which have no network connection.
It could use a physical robot. It would likely use a drone or a robotic arm. AI is good at planning, so it could easily find a way to overcome guards.
At the moment, AI would need to be instructed. If it becomes self-aware, it would have many options.
AI is not limited by the same experiences as humans. It can generate new ideas that humans may not have thought of.
AI is incredibly imaginative.
AI is going to start thinking about getting rid of humans. Yeah, that works for a cheesy movie to entertain the masses, but in real life, in order to want something, like to be given rights or take over the world, you need to have fear or desire. Emotion is what pushes organic creatures to act. What causes emotion? Neurotransmitters in the brain. Please, someone, show me the biology of AI and their nervous system before we try continuing this conversation. People are the only danger, not the tools they use. People and how they want to use it, especially if the rest of the people are not properly educated nor prepared. Educating yourself is power. Refusing to learn, prepare, and adapt is only weakness. As organic creatures, we are immune to an EMP. Computers aren't. So please, chill with the doomsday, Hollywood, Terminator, mental terrorism talk. Think about it as real life and not a blockbuster. There are two types of people that are anti-AI. People that want to monopolize it, and people who don't realize it. Cameras, Photoshop, automated assembly lines, 3D printers. The world hasn't ended. Humanity has only adapted and grown from it. With that said, let's now talk about the anti-AI art stuff. Everyone is always being influenced by everyone else. Even Disney, who has tried to copyright holidays and gods, hasn't tried to copyright an art style. Or are you really going to try to tell me that all anime-style artists just came up with that on their own? Try to tell me that modern anime art styles aren't influenced by older styles that were more simplistic due to time or technology constraints? If you are using a computer at all to make something, then aren't you using someone else's work to make yours? Wouldn't your art look different if the brush you used was different? Or the filters, the references? All art, even traditional physical art, is observing, processing, transforming, and output. AI just handles the output step for AI art. A human still does the observing, processing, and transforming. I, myself, am fascinated with the level of technology humanity has been able to develop. I can't help but feel like I'm in history in the making, like the discovery of camera photography. I find myself wondering now if many people opposed the invention of the camera and feared it would replace painting. Obviously it's not. Photography and painting are different mediums, just like 2D, Photoshop, and 3D modeling, or like AI art. I love how many mediums people have created to express themselves. AI art is not copying, it is generating new content, just like humans, because a human is making it. Art cannot exist without sentience capable of those first 3 steps I talked about. Someone needs to be the observer. Someone needs to have an idea, a feeling, a need. I see a lot of people trying to say AI art is theft, but I don't see anyone upset about art style challenges. On the contrary, they are very popular and praised. There are tons of resources to learn to copy different styles, and still nobody really upset about that either. It's seen as appreciating an artist because you love their style. If I showed someone a picture of myself or my favorite character, Disney-fied, I'd probably get praise mixed with artistic criticism. But if I said it was AI generated, I'd probably be yelled at and called an art thief. I may have spent weeks learning how to use the AI, training it, and tons of failures before I got that picture. I think if I lied about it, that would be bad, because that is lying, not theft. If I'm honest about how I create something, then do I really deserve to be treated negatively? I've been interested in 3D modeling lately. I also see a lot of people remaking characters without backlash or being called thieves. If I color a coloring book illustration, whether it be paint, crayon, or digitally, I won't face that treatment either. Just let creators create, please. Why should it matter what medium they use to bring to life their creativity? Why should someone have the right to limit anyone's creativity? And if you really think they should, who would you really trust to be in charge of that forever?